So it's time to turn the eggs for the night, and I figured I'd candle them quick and try to video it. When you are candling, you want to have everything set up and ready to go because you want to do it as quickly as possible so the eggs don't lose too much temperature. Once I get this room set up all the way, I'm going to do a video on it for my brooding and hatching room, so keep an eye out for that. So what I've got here is I've got just an egg flat that I will put the eggs in that are to be disposed of. And I've got my record book handy. Now for an egg candler, last year I actually used my phone. The light happened to be powerful enough. I've got a different phone now. So what I'm using this year is this spotlight. And I just took a piece of cardboard and cut a hole in it, roughly the size of a quarter, dead center, and duct taped it around it. The thing I like about this spotlight is I can just set it up like that because it's got this little kickstand. So now I'm going to turn out the light. It is important to have the room as dark as possible because, as you can see, your candler is going to throw a lot of light, and the darker it is, the better you're going to be able to read your eggs. This egg's 2 weeks in, so you can see this dark mass here is the developing chick. I candled these last week and threw the ones that weren't any good. That one there. I'm just candling them again to see if any of them went bad on me. The rest of these though are fresh, just went in the incubator Sunday. So I've got these first 4 that are developing. So the rest of these in here are going through their first candling. So that one is infertile. At this stage, I'd expect to see some strong blood vessels developing. That one's also infertile. When they light up like that and you just see a little bit of a darkness, that's just the yolk, but there's no blood vessels coming off it. Okay, so this one has a blood ring. What that means is it was developing, but it has died. I'll mark that separate in the book. That one I'm going to also say is infertile. Okay, there we go. We got one that's developing. So you see, I don't know how well this is going to focus. There we go. You can see the embryo and the blood vessels branching out of it like a tree. So that one is good. Now this one, show you something here too. Didn't notice this before, but it's cracked. And it's important to throw eggs that are cracked because they will cause disease and bacteria growth and will explode in your incubator and ruin the rest of the eggs. So now that I did the quick candling, I can get my book here and go through the eggs that I pulled and mark down in the book what's going on with them. So I'll turn the light on here for a minute. When I do my records, I set the amount that go in initially, the amount that eventually hatch, but then as I'm candling, I keep track of how many are infertile, how many died in the shell, so that'd be your blood ring, or ones that developed and never hatched, ones that are dried out, or ones that are cracked and rotten. and that helps to troubleshoot what's going on with the incubator. If I'm getting a lot of deadened shells or dries versus infertility. Right now the problem we're having is infertility because of the weather.